Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about how to color grade using Luts or lookup tables, which are basically color grading presets, and how to install, apply, and customize these Luts to create your own custom, unique, stylized look for your film. So your first step is going to be to find some Luts that you like. I've created a folder here with 4 of my favorite Luts. 2 of them I've provided for free after this video, and the other 2 can be downloaded for free at colorgradingcentral.com, and I'll give you links to where you can download a lot of other awesome Luts for paid and for free as well. But once you've purchased or downloaded some Luts from the internet, it's important to put all of them in the same folder, and I'll show you why here in a second. And to apply these Luts to your footage, your first step is going to be to come down here to your effects panel, type in custom LUT, and then drag this effect onto your clip that you want to apply the LUT to. And you'll see up here custom LUT as an effect on that clip, and then toggle down none, and then click choose custom LUT, and then find your folder where you have all of your LUTs in, and then open that folder. Now as you toggle this down, you see my favorite LUTs, the folder that was in my Finder, and all of the corresponding LUTs in that folder. So importing LUTs is super quick and easy, a lot easier than Premiere Pro's process. And now I simply choose one of these that I want to apply. And as you can see, it's applied this LUT or color grading preset to my footage. And then using this mix slider, I can choose how much of the effect I want it to apply. And then once you've applied your LUT, you would come back in here and do all the same things that we did in the color correcting video and make any adjustments as necessary to the color or exposure once you've applied that LUT. Now, if you've already color corrected your whole video and you want to apply one LUT to the entire video, I'd recommend using an adjustment layer. And Ryan Nangle has an adjustment layer that you can download for free. I will include the link after this, and then come in here and click Buy Now, and then download your free adjustment layer. And in order to install this adjustment layer, you come up here to Go in your Finder, click on Home, and then click on Movies, Motion Templates, and then stick it in the Titles folder. Now if you don't have a titles folder show up here, you'll have to right click and create a new folder, label it titles, and then right click get info and make sure you write the extension localized. We'll come into Final Cut and then come up in here to your titles, and you'll see the adjustment layer here. Drag this onto your timeline and then stretch it out over your entire video. And now if I apply a LUT to my adjustment layer, you'll see that the LUT has been applied to my entire video. Now with my footage here, I'm probably not going to use a LUT. I like the natural colors as is. And LUTs are best used when you're applying it to flatter footage. So I've actually pulled in some red footage that was shot raw and is quite a bit flatter. And I'll show you how I would use a LUT to customize a color grade for this footage. So first click on our clip, drag a custom LUT on top, and then let's choose one of these LUTs. Let's look through the different ones, see which one we like. So of these LUTs, I'm probably going to choose Osiris 731 Log. And these 4 LUTs that I like to use are all a variation of an orange and teal look. And if you don't know why the orange and teal look is popular, the video after this one will explain why so many people like to use this look. And let's come back to my color grading workspace. Alright, so we applied our LUT. Now I'm going to come up into color correction and make any fine-tune adjustments. First I'll start with my wheels, bring the temperature down just a tad. Tint looks okay to me. Maybe saturate a little bit more. Exposure's looking pretty good. Come into our curves. We're going to bring down our blacks a little bit until our scopes read about 0 at the bottom points. And then likewise, we're going to bring our highlights up until they're closer to 100. So that gives me a good contrast starting point. And then we'll play with our RGB curve here. We bring down these highlights a little. And so using my RGB curve, I've made a point and then a point in the middle of that point and the point in the middle of that point, and adjusting this curve slowly little by little until I get the look that I like. And all the while I'm looking over here at my scopes to make sure I'm not going above 100 in the highlights and not going below 0 in the shadows. Now let's toggle that on and off and see how it looks. Now we'll come to our hue saturation curves and make any other fine-tune adjustments we want. Let's maybe play with this sky a little bit here and bring that down just a tad. Maybe bring up our grass here and toggle that on and off. So now we have a little more of an HDR look. Okay, so here's the before and after. Now let's come to our effects as a whole and see how it looks. So that's the before and after with our color grade applied. Now we'll copy and paste the attributes into our next clip. And you can see that we're kind of crushing our blacks and we're too warm. So we'll make some fine-tune adjustments by coming to our wheels, bringing down our temperature a little bit. We're a little bit too magenta, so we're going to bring down our tint a little too. Now let's come into our curves. And I'm just going to reset this because I don't think this curve works for this image. So click this back arrow and it will reset. Let's bring up our highlights until we're almost to the 100 and bring down our shadows just a little bit as well until it's almost to 0. Then come to the middle, maybe bring up our midtones a little bit and then go through and make any fine-tune adjustments that you need. So there you have it. That is how you install and apply LUTs. Again, with my BAMF video, I didn't want any stylized look. I just wanted the colors to look natural. But when you are doing certain type of storytelling, certain colors will portray certain emotions. And again, the orange and teal look is one of the most popular color combinations to create that cinematic look because it creates color contrast, which again, we'll talk about in the next video after this. But that's it. If you have any further questions, please let me know.